A love note on the quiet male lead. Why emotional distance is often mistaken for depth. We watch a lot of dramas, but we all love the silent male lead. Hi, welcome to Love Notes with Joy. This is a reflective space for conversations about love, relationships, self-trust, and the quiet things we feel, but don't always know how to put into words, right? We love these characters in movies, we love these guys, we love these ladies, but we do not know how to express the feelings that we have when we watch all these movies. And that's what I'm here for. Each episode is a love note from me to you. It's not advice, it's not instructions. It's just a gentle clarity session where I talk to you about the things that I've observed in the different movies that I've watched. And today's love note is about the quiet male lead. Are you ready? Let's dive in. If you watch K-dramas, or honestly, if you have dated long enough, you know this character. He's warm, he's calm, he's reserved, he's not very, very expressive. You know the type, right? He doesn't talk so much, but when he does, it feels so meaningful. It feels robust. He feels distant, but also so alluringly close. But he is distant, but he's somehow magnetic because he looks so attractive and he has this brooding face. And for a lot of us, that quietness gets interpreted as depth. We tell ourselves, he's just not expressive. He feels things deeply. He just doesn't know how to show it. The way we delude ourselves about relationships. He's misunderstood. His parents didn't love him enough. He had a heartbreak. He's different. He's reserved. He's just built that way. Isn't love about accepting people just the way they are? We may not be wrong. He may be all these things and a little bit more. But are they really, really good attributes at the end of the day when we look at it in real life context? If we translate all these things he exhibits, all these attributes, and we bring it into the real world, would you date him? This love note is about pausing and reevaluating this assumption we have about the quiet male lead and his broodiness and the way that he internalizes everything and he expects that we're supposed to know he loves us. K-dramas are very good at romanticizing silence. Trust me, I have been swayed by a few of these quiet, smothering, and longing gaze that are a signature trait of some K-drama male leads, even some English dramas. The quiet male lead is often written as emotionally restrained. We know the type, right? He's carrying unspoken pain that from his youth, from his childhood, from his past relationship that he cannot speak about. He's lovingly, deeply, and he's so private about his life and everything that's happened to him that he doesn't want to share with you his emotions, his pain, his struggles. He wants to carry everything on his own. On screen, it works because we, the audience, we are allowed into his inner world. We hear the music and we sense his emotions. We see the longing glances that he gives his female lead and we know what it means that, oh my God, his heart is breaking. He loves you. He just doesn't know how to show it. We, as the audience, are shown the context, but not the female lead. No, she's not privy to these inner workings or the assumptions that we have made on his behalf. But in real life, we don't really get the background music. We don't get the narration. We don't get confirmation. We don't get side conversations with the audience when he turns to look at us to express himself or she turns to look at us and express herself. But we experience the silence. The silence can be interpreted as the spirit leads. And who wants the spirit to lead when you are in a relationship? Because you can make 1,000,001 assumptions and tell many stories in your head. The truth is, in real life, silence is not always depth. Sometimes it's just distance. Sometimes it's emotional unavailability. Sometimes it's avoidance. Sometimes it's someone who hasn't learned how to communicate what they feel. And it's learned behavior from childhood, from their families, or from failed relationships. And we, the adults, the responsible ones, we romanticize the silence. Yes, it's a movie. We are escaping from our realities, but we carry those perceptions into real life. And we end up doing a lot of emotional work if we translate this into real relationships. We fill in the gaps. We make assumptions. We explain behaviors. We hold space for feelings that were never actually shared with us because he's being silent. And we permit the silence because that's what we've seen in the dramas. And that's what we've seen and conditioned ourselves to see as acceptable behavior in relationships. This isn't about villainizing quiet people. No. I'm a quiet person, if you choose to believe that. Some people are genuinely reserved. Some people process things internally before they vocalize it. Some people take time. But emotional safety doesn't come from guessing. It comes from when your needs are being met, when your emotional needs are being met. So, here's my love note for you today. Depth isn't about how little someone says. It's not about the economy of words. It's not about the way he observes and doesn't say anything. Depth means vulnerability. It means trust. It means authenticity. It means emotional intimacy. And if he's not or she's not willing to be emotionally intimate with you, then there's a problem. Emotional depth looks like seeking clarity, even if it's so uncomfortable to have that discussion. It's making an effort, even if it's imperfect. It's communicating, even if it's slow. But it's communicating and is making an effort. Silence without reassurance doesn't build intimacy. It builds anxiety. And who wants to be anxious in a relationship with someone that they want to last? That's a recipe for disaster. A lot of people stay in confusing relationships because they are waiting for the quiet person to eventually open up. They tell themselves, once he feels safe, he'll change. Once he's sure of his emotions, he'll show more. If he wasn't sure of his emotions, why did he start the relationship? Once I'm patient enough, I'll see the real him. Who asked you to be Madam Patience or Mr. Patience? So, my darlings, patience isn't the problem. Staying in uncertainty and in uncertain situations may just be the thing that is distorting your self-esteem and your self-image. And maybe that's what's making you feel small, unhappy, anxious, sad, bitter, and a little bit ungrateful about maybe the things that are working in your life because this one part just isn't working. Expecting your partner to break the silence and communicate isn't about forcing them to be louder, more expressive, or different. It's about building intimacy. So I ask you, my dear darlings, does the silence make you feel emotionally secure? You need to answer that question. Are you filling in the blanks and creating fan fiction in your head because you are saddled with the responsibility of interpreting the silence? Only you can answer that question. Your relationship shouldn't be a decoding session. It shouldn't be about you, assuming, interpreting, thinking about what A, B means, what B means. If he looks at me this way, what does he mean? If he smothers his eyes at me, it means he wants me. she should be able to communicate what they are feeling per time, per season. That's today's love note. If this reflection resonated, take a moment and sit with it. You don't need to rush to conclusions. I'm not asking you to break up, end your relationships, or throw things up in the air. I'm just asking you to reflect. You don't need to label anyone. You don't have to act on everything immediately. Just notice how you feel with the silence of your partner or this person in question. And if you are in a season where you are seeking deeper clarity about relationships, boundaries, or emotional patterns, you can find more work at the Joy Therapy, where I help people have better relationships, have great communication with their partners and their families. Reach out and let's have a discussion. Until next time, be gentle with yourself. Arrivederci.